What if the most dangerous Christian writings were locked away for centuries? Texts that reveal a hidden Jesus, a forgotten Mary Magdalene, and a new understanding of Judas Iscariot. In this video, we'll uncover the secrets of the Nag Hammadi Library. Stay with us until the end, because the most shocking revelation is yet to come. What if Judas, the ultimate traitor, was actually Jesus's closest confidant? The story begins in December 1945 when Muhammad Ali al-Saman, an Egyptian farmer, unearthed leather-bound books hidden in sealed jars near the town of Nag Hammadi. At first, it seemed like a trivial discovery, just another artifact from Egypt's rich history. But these manuscripts turned out to be one of the most significant finds in religious history, a hidden library that would shed light on ancient Christian sects lost to time. The discovery raises questions that continue to puzzle scholars and theologians alike. Were these texts buried to protect him from destruction by the Orthodox Church? Or were they part of an ancient funerary tradition, meant to accompany the dead on their journey to the afterlife? Some believe monks may have hidden him, fearing the backlash as the early Christian Church sought to unify and suppress dissenting views. This theory has sparked controversy, suggesting that the early Church actively suppressed alternative interpretations of Jesus's teachings. Either way, the survival of these codices is nothing short of a miracle. The journey of these texts from discovery to publication was fraught with challenges. Part of the collection was almost destroyed. Ali's mother, suspicious of the manuscripts, burned some of the pages to heat water for tea. What was preserved offers a rare glimpse into the diverse and often conflicting beliefs that existed during Christianity's early years. If these texts had been lost, our understanding of the spiritual landscape of early Christianity would be far more limited today. The Nag Hammadi Library contains over 50 ancient writings, mostly in Coptic, dating back to the 3rd and 4th centuries CE. Some are Gospels, others are mystical commentaries or philosophical texts, each offering a distinct take on Christian teachings. Among the most intriguing are 3 texts that challenge our conventional understanding of early Christianity. The Gospel of Thomas, a series of 114 mysterious sayings attributed to Jesus. Unlike the canonical Gospels, it lacks a narrative and instead focuses on secret teachings. One saying reads, "The kingdom is inside of you," emphasizing personal enlightenment over faith in institutions. This text has sparked debate about whether Jesus taught a more mystical doctrine than what's presented in the New Testament. The Secret Book of John, this text offers an alternative creation story, where a false god, known as the Demiurge, creates the flawed material world. Here, salvation is found not through worship but by awakening to the truth that the material world is a prison for the divine spark within. This cosmology has been controversial, as it contradicts the traditional Christian view of creation and salvation. The Gospel of Philip, this text provides symbolic interpretations of sacraments and offers a tantalizing glimpse into the relationship between Jesus and Mary Magdalene. It refers to Mary as the companion of Jesus, suggesting a closeness far beyond what is depicted in the canonical Gospels. This has fueled ongoing debates about the role of women in early Christianity and the nature of Jesus's relationships. These writings challenge the traditional narratives about Jesus's mission, the nature of salvation, and the role of women in early Christianity. The emphasis on inner knowledge, gnosis, as the path to enlightenment was deeply threatening to the emerging church, which relied on faith and external authority. The worldview reflected in the Nag Hammadi texts is often described as Gnosticism, though scholars debate whether this term accurately captures the diversity of beliefs represented. Gnostics believed the world was created by an ignorant or malevolent god, trapping human souls in a flawed material reality. They taught that every person carried a divine spark within, waiting to be freed through spiritual awakening. This belief was radical and dangerous. It undermined the emerging church's teachings by suggesting that salvation lay within each individual and did not require priests, sacraments, or institutional authority. In response, the Church declared Gnosticism heretical. Gnostic writings were systematically destroyed, and their followers were persecuted. By the 4th century, Gnosticism had been almost completely wiped out. What survived was a version of Christianity that emphasized faith in Jesus' death and resurrection as the only path to salvation. The discovery of the Nag Hammadi Library offers a glimpse into a lost version of Christianity, one where personal enlightenment was paramount and hierarchical structures held no power over the soul. In the texts found at Nag Hammadi, Mary Magdalene emerges as a spiritual leader, possibly even Jesus' most trusted disciple. The Gospel of Philip refers to her as the companion of Jesus, a word that has ignited controversy. Was this a symbolic reference to her spiritual role, or does it hint at a romantic relationship? Some scholars believe that the relationship between Mary and Jesus was deliberately erased to support the male-dominated structure of the early church. The Gnostic texts also reveal a tension between Mary and the male apostles, particularly Peter, over the interpretation of Jesus' teachings. This tension suggests that women may have held significant spiritual authority in early Christianity, an idea that directly contradicts the patriarchal narrative later adopted by the Church. The controversy surrounding Mary Magdalene's role continues to this day, with some arguing for her recognition as an apostle in her own right. One of the most shocking revelations associated with the Nag Hammadi tradition is found in the Gospel of Judas. In this text, Judas Iscariot, the man reviled as the ultimate traitor, is portrayed as Jesus' closest confidant. According to the narrative, Jesus asks Judas to betray him, knowing that his death is necessary for his spirit to escape the material world. This portrayal transforms Judas from a villain into a tragic hero. If Judas was following Jesus' instructions, then his betrayal was not an act of treachery but a necessary part of the divine plan. This reimagining of Judas's role forces us to reconsider the nature of good and evil in the Christian story. Could it be that Judas understood Jesus' mission more deeply than the other disciples? And if so, what does that mean for the traditional concepts of sin and redemption? The question of why these texts were buried remains unanswered. Were they hidden to protect him from destruction by the early church? Or were they buried as part of a ritual practice, to be discovered by a future generation? Some believe the Nag Hammadi texts reflect a secret tradition of mysticism, intentionally preserved for those ready to receive their message. Today, these writings inspire spiritual seekers who find in them a path to personal enlightenment. They also raise profound questions about the origins of Christianity and the ways religious institutions shape belief. If salvation is found within, what role do religious authorities play? And if Judas was a hero, how much of what we believe about good and evil has been shaped by history's victors? The Nag Hammadi Library challenges everything we thought we knew about early Christianity. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. What if the real message of Jesus was about awakening the divine within us? What if Mary Magdalene was a leader, not a follower? And what if Judas was not a traitor but a hero? These ancient texts invite us to look beyond the stories we've inherited and seek the truth for ourselves. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the mysteries of the Nag Hammadi Library. If this video has left you questioning everything, hit that like button, subscribe, and keep searching, because the truth is out there, waiting to be discovered.